from their encounters with races from other planets. The information is the activation. Let's awaken this world together. We are the forever students, and we will not be silent. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. It's pretty wild. Ooh, welcome everybody to Full Spectrum Universe. My name is Rob Yox. We are the Embattled Broadcast from the great state of New York. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are in the middle of our 2-week stint of breaking the algorithmic bugs, bringing back all that is, and we're the broadcast, aka podcast, that explores the past to remain in the present, to define and dictate the terms of our future. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see Selena's here, Valentina's here, Princess here, Stephanie's here. Oh man, we've got Andromeda here, we've got Nancy here. Everybody is here this evening. Welcome everybody to another episode of Full Spectrum Universe. Tonight, we're going to be talking about lucid dreams and precognitive dreams, right? Precog dreams, as we call it. But before we get started, I want to tell everybody that the next workshop is right around the corner. Nicole is here. How you doing, Nicole? Sugar Bee, welcome everybody. The next workshop is right around the corner. We're going to be doing our healing workshop. It's approximately going to be, I think, about 3 weeks out from this weekend. We're going to be doing tone and vibrational frequency healing. This is going to piggyback a little bit off the first workshop. Also, the tickets are still available for the first workshop if you haven't gotten into, if you weren't there to watch it with us. You can PayPal me the $25 and I will send you the link personally. So tickets are still available. You can use the email first. You can email me at robyox2525@gmail.com. And what that does is you can converse back and forth, and I'll send you the information package as well. Again, all of the information that was given, and a lot of the people who are in the audience right now and that are watching right now can attest to the amount of information that I gave away during that first event. But the next one is going to be absolutely wild. We're going to go into different tones, how they affect your body. We're going to be talking about vibrational frequency that essentially is going to accentuate on your consciousness and also create specific modalities of healing that you cannot get just about anywhere else. It's very difficult to replicate some of these frequency, these tones and frequencies that kind of give you boosts in certain areas. So keep a lookout for that. We're going to keep the tickets at $25. We're going to put a promo code on it for 10% off to everybody who wants to come in, and then 20% off if you're a member of the channel. So if you're not a member of the channel, pick up your membership today, right? It's worth it. There are a lot of perks to it. When the merchandise drops, you'll also get a perk on that as well. Also, we're going to be transitioning a little bit, not off the platform, but to expand our platform, right? We're going to be opening up the website soon. And what that's going to do is it's going to give us a place that everybody can go and essentially funnel all information, and all, people who are watching the shows can funnel through the website itself. All shows will be presented on the website, as well as YouTube, Rumble, all those different places. We have quite a few places. We're also going to be adding more to the Rumble channel if you subscribed on Rumble. If not, subscribe. You'll be able to catch us in both areas. Of course, we're not going to be going live on Rumble. We'll be live on YouTube with the episode later to follow on Rumble. Also, if you're on the go, we're on Spotify. We're on Spotify. We were on Anchor, but I believe Spotify has taken over Anchor. So if you're on the go and let's say you're running, exercising, and you want to hear the shows, they're available. They are all out there right now, So that's all the avenues. You can find the link down. It says under the Anchor. It's the last link we have down there. But it's a great way to stay connected and to see what we're doing, even if you don't have time to sit in front of the computer or your phone like that. So with all that being said, thank you everybody for coming tonight. I see Denise is here. Denise, we haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you back. Ainsmoth is here. It's Jason's here as well. DL is here. Good to see everybody. This is one of the best spaces on all of the internet, is this community right here, right? Rockers, what's going on? This is a family. We're here to support each other, but we're also engaging each other. And Discog, great to see you. when we engage with each other, what happens, right? We expand our understanding because so many different people have certain things that they research. Like I research some things that are maybe ancient history, spirituality. Somebody else may, they may research science and astronomy. This is kind of where we build, right? We have all these great researchers in this audience and in this group. I don't like calling it an audience, in this community. When I say community, I mean the people listening right now and everybody out there around the world who listens. This is a worldwide broadcast, right? So one of the things that we do is we bring information together. We are the bridges, right? And when we create these bridges, what happens? We expand our understanding of everything. So one of the things I wanted to go into tonight was lucid dreaming. Thank you, Selena. I appreciate the super sticker. Thank you. All those proceeds and all the super stickers go to help us with the algorithmic bugs and us not being able to get out there to expand the audience and to awaken people, right? So what we're doing is we're kind of in this mode, right? Where if we look at lucid dreaming, we could say, well, isn't that astral travel? I don't think so. I think when you lucid dream, you're in a pocket of the astral realm, but it's a bit different. Astral travel is essentially where you're almost fully aware of what you're doing and how you're getting there. When you're doing lucid dreaming, it's more of your subconscious that is activating this lucid dreaming. But we're going to get into it a little bit. I've got some of the slides that we were looking at the other day. So it's only 2 or 3 slides, I believe, that are left. So let's pull up the slideshow here so we can get into it. And again, all super stickers and super chats go to help us be more prominent within the algorithm, but all funding goes back into the broadcast to give us something of a pathway to excel and pay for certain information that's behind paywalls, things like that. It does help expand our information base. And trust me, I'm creating an archive. Discog, thank you so much. Much appreciation to you as well. I'm creating an archive that is going to knock your socks off. When I tell you knock your socks off, hold on, bring it back to me for a moment. This archive that I'm creating and building as we speak, I have been collecting information for the past 7 years and archiving it. Now, thank you, Denise. I appreciate that super sticker. Thank you so much. This archive is going to be just out of control. It's going to blow your mind when you are actually given access fully to this archive, which is coming around the corner. We're appropriating things to make sure that everybody will have a 24/7 access at the tips of your fingers, on your phones, on your computers. It won't matter where you are. You're going to have the ability to access this archive. This archive is going to come with a complete library of books. Books that would cost you hundreds of dollars to purchase will be available for it's we're probably going to put a membership on it so that it can pay for itself. We all have to pay to hold that space. So we may put a small membership on it, but it's only going to be like $1.99, $2.99 as other things are, right? So basically what it's going to do is it's going to pay for the platform. It's also going to keep the platform updated in real time, which is going to keep us so elevated above anything you've ever seen anybody else do. That's one of the things I've been really trying to put forward. I know we're 9 minutes in. We haven't gotten to lucid dream yet, but I promise you it's coming. But one of the things I try and do is I try and set a precedent, right? I try and do something that somebody else is not doing to stand out from the crowd. So this is going to be one of the ways I do that. And this is going to give us a lot more people coming into this community, and we're going to expand exponentially from this next project that's going to be coming up, right? So also we have a lot of time invested into this information. So there's going to be a lot there, right? And I think because it's behind a paywall, if there are people who are essentially saying that you need to pay me to have my book in that area, we're going to pay them for that as well. It's not going to be about making gains financially. It's going to be more about giving back as best we can, right? So let's get back to the lucid dreams here. So we're going to go breeze through a couple of these that we've already seen, like what is a dream, the common dream symbols we did basic symbols and their meanings, the meanings of numbers in the dreams. We did that in the last episode as well. The colors was crazy. Now, people say, well, if I see one of these things, how does that work, right? And I get that, but the meanings can change as you see this dream through a timeline perspective. We're going to go into that too. So we had some more advanced symbols going through, specific animal meanings, which was really wild. We did about the spiritual dreams, which was really, really cool. And now we are at lucid dreaming, right? I believe that this is probably the last slide we have, but it'll be good for us to jump in at this moment and at this time. And then we're going to get into a conversation about some of the lucid dreams. We're also going to talk about the lucid dreams that I've had, and I'm going to describe a few of them for you too, which has a lot to do with who I am today, right? So, in the simplest terms, a lucid dream is the one in which you know you're dreaming while it's happening, right? Rather than not knowing that you've been dreaming until you wake up. Lucid dreams are marked by the clarity of lucidity during the dream. It's important to note that the ability to control your dreams is something of a secondary element that comes after lucidity, right? So, lucidity first, then control. And when you get to the control mechanisms of your dreams, holy cow, it's going to blow your mind, right? So, the control is something of a secondary element again. So the awareness that you're dreaming is a distinct but necessary predecessor to controlling your dreams, which then exists on a spectrum. All right. So we understand that a little bit. Some lucid dreamers can only make small shifts and tweaks to their dreams, while others can make walls disappear, teleport to new locations. There's a huge continuum from no influence to total influence. This is explained by a woman by the name of Deirdre Lee Barrett, PhD, and a Harvard lecturer and the author of The Committee of Sleep. When you can control your dreams, though, the experience is something like virtual reality for your sleeping mind. According to recent research, lucid dreaming isn't as rare as most people believe. About 50% of people claim to have had one or more lucid dreams in their lifetimes, and about 23% say that they have one or more lucid dreams each month. So 50%, half of the world's population says, yes, we've had it. And then 25% almost of those, 23%, say that they have them annually, regularly, whatever that is. While most dreams last only about 14 minutes, their content varies as much as these people who experience them, right? Just like in traditional dreams, the possibilities are endless. Lucid dreams can be about anything from summiting Mount Everest to brunching with a long deceased historical figure. There are, however, a few common themes, right? And many lucid dreams include flying and talking with characters in those dreams. Now, we talked about last night, or the last time we were on when we were talking dreams, we talked about the flying dream and what that meant, right? Now, there's also the falling dream. And a lot of times, the falling dream and the flying dream are hit back to back. And a lot of that is because of our normal human perception. What we talk about is we essentially sit there and say, okay, now I'm flying like Superman. Or, I believe somebody said that they were an eagle, a soaring eagle, which was wild. That's awesome. But 9 times out of 10, that feeling of flight is a turning of the stomach. And we sense that in our dreams, right? So the question remains, did you control that aspect of your dream to start to fly? Or was it given to you? There's an interaction in between dreams as well. There are guides and ancestors, and what they do is they tend to have some sort of bearing on some of the dreams that you have. Sometimes they perceive messages to you in those dreams. I've told you all about the lucid dream with my grandfather and how he came to me in a Santa Claus's outfit because he used to love to do that every year, right? So we can all probably account, most probably about 90% of us that are spiritually awakened or ascending up the spiritual or higher consciousness path. We can all sit here and say, I've had these dreams. Now, there's quite a few different categories that we could talk about inside of these dreams, but I kind of want to stick to some of the ones that I know, right? Sometimes while I'm sleeping, I have had dreams, lucid dreams of my past lives. And I know that because these have been confirmed through past life regressions, but at the same time, these are glimpses into that reality. And sometimes, you know, I see your question, Denise. I'm going to answer it in a second. I'm going to star that question really quickly. And this is where I knew how I passed away in certain lifetimes because of the trauma that was imprinted on my psyche and my auric field for a later date to be cognitively brought to me in my dream. And I think it was brought to me in a lucid dream kind of way because it was a very traumatic experience. And for me to actually overcome that trauma that had been thrusted upon my soul, which of course we talk about soul contracts. Sometimes these traumas carry over, right? We like to think of ourselves past it, but only shadow work can get past some of these specific traumas. And this lucid dream was a part of my shadow work. It was essentially saying, you know, it was definitely like a moment where I knew everybody around me. I was in dirty, dirty World War II gear, right? I was in the mountains of Germany in the snow. I was in a foxhole. In the foxhole next to me, there were dead bodies. And we were getting shelled, bombarded with mortars. And I was afraid to get hit. So this specific one was telling me that there's this fear of war and destruction. And I know everybody has that, but some people thrive in that, right? And at that time, in that moment, in that incarnation of myself, I felt that I had made a mistake. I had made a mistake by getting into the foxhole and not running away. And this was a sort of me not confronting my fears of I guess acceptance or you know certain things in this reality that to take it as it comes or you can't control everything, so you have to take it on the chin once in a while and persevere. In this moment, what this was showing me is that those mistakes that I made and the fact that I couldn't persevere ended up costing me my life, and this could be replicated again in a different lifetime. So the trauma was me being in this moment to meet my maker, right? To meet God and to go to heaven or hell, whatever that was. But also to appreciate the now and the moments around us because there's never a moment's notice that when it's going to be your last moment. And in this lifetime, I worried up to that point, and it was a traumatic inflection or a traumatic friction in my auric field. And once I was able to relive it again and accept it for what it was, and say maybe I didn't make a mistake in this lifetime, not that lifetime, in this lifetime, it definitely felt real, for sure, for sure. And what happens, right? So you're thinking World War II, you're in a foxhole, you're getting shelled with mortars, that the mortars would have been what killed me. It wasn't. The mortars hit a tree, and the tree landed on me in the foxhole, basically crushing me. And I was still alive for a few moments after the tree fell. And in this dream, the tree fell, and I thought that I was supposed to die. But in that moment, I got to relive those last few minutes of that incarnation. And what it did for me was it gave me the ability to not take things for granted ever, ever. We could be here one minute, we could be buried under a tree the next. And there was a lot of interpretation that happened there, right? So another dream that I had that was very, very real was an Atlantean dream. And I talked about this with a couple of people who came onto the show talking about Atlantis. And this is how I understood that I was some sort of mechanic, like a basic cognitive mechanic, not like I wasn't really, working on all of the giant flying machines. I was essentially a guy who basically turned the gears properly. And this was also a lucid dream that I've had. Now, I want to get to a question here because this is important. I don't want to lose the thought that I had when this came up. So Denise says, "How come some of my dreams come true?" That's called déjà vu. Now, it can be déjà vu, but what is déjà vu, right? Is déjà vu a replaying of a dream in real life? Or is the déjà vu living in a moment where your dream will later on, like, where's the déjà vu happening? In the physical or in the dream world? Because it happens on both ends of the spectrum. So sometimes when we have really vivid dreams, right? What happens? We wake up either startled or a little bit like, whoa, my God, that's crazy, right? So sometimes when we have that kind of dream, our thoughts are focused on this dream, right? And I could tell you a story about deja vu, which I'll tell you after this too. But and what happens? Our intentions are being put into the atmosphere, into the collective conscious, right? Or the collective consciousness. And it will manifest with our energy given to it, right? So this is sometimes why. Or when you were dreaming, that dream was of the blueprint of the destiny that you were supposed to have on this planet. That how we say almost all major events are preordained. No such thing as coincidence. This is what we're talking about, right? This is what this means. So sometimes we're able to see our soul's contract and then we dream about it in that subtle way and it becomes true because you're being precognitive in this moment. And that leads us into our next perspective point, which is the precognition, right? How do we know about the precognition? So the precog dreams, premonition dreaming. A premonition is a forewarning of something that is going to happen before it does without any concrete evidence to support it. Premonitions can come in many different forms: dreams, nightmares, messages from spirit, intuition, which is that gut feeling, in the waking state, and automatic writing. Premonitions are just another piece of psychic abilities that everybody has. Not everybody may be in tune to using it, but you know, everybody has it. Men may call it a gut feeling, and women may call it intuition, but take your pick. It all adds up to a sixth sense. The phenomenon of premonition is most often associated with anxiety or uneasy feeling, suggesting impending disaster. Premonitions of plane crashes or murders have been documented throughout the years, even throughout the Bible. However, it doesn't have to all be gloom and doom, right? It can also be casual and innocent. Knowing that your Aunt Edna on the other end of the phone, knowing it's her before she even picks up the phone to call you, and then the phone rings and boom, it's Aunt Edna. Everybody has had it. Everybody in this group has had this happen to them. Guarantee it, right? So before unwrapping your birthday gift, knowing that it will be a beautiful white scarf, whether you asked for it or not. And now I'm going to tell you something about me that you're going to be like, oh my God. When it comes to birthdays and Christmas and stuff like that, I don't tell anybody what I want. And I know my wife's going to look at me right now and be like, oh my God. And I don't tell anybody what I want because I want them to pick, right? I want them to pick what I want. And I do that on purpose. And I know she's watching right now over there, and she's probably a little upset with me, but I do this on purpose because no matter what it is, I will love it because of that person, right? And that person's intention behind it. And so no gift can be a wrong gift. So, but this is part of knowing that she knows me the best. So I have trust and faith that she knows exactly what to get me or exactly what I need within that moment, right? And that's pretty crazy. Read this comment. I don't want to say it out loud because of censors, but we're going to put this comment up for everybody. That's a pretty wild, wild thing. And that's something that a lot of people saw within the collective conscious before or consciousness. As I'm saying conscious like it's consciousness. No, but people saw this and it was a lot of people. And they were like, holy crap. Like, and then there it goes. It becomes true. And it was devastating, right? That's pretty crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So precognition dreaming, and there's more to it, but let's get to what we're talking about, and then I'll tell you a story about that as well. So you're having premonitions. The most common way to receive premonitions is through your dreams. Most people spend an average of 1/3 of their lives asleep. So it isn't uncommon to have at least one premonition in your life. Dreams give us insight and understanding when our conscious mind doesn't. Dreams can also hold messages to the future. So you are experiencing them. So now what, right? Let's say you're starting to have these premonition style dreams. Now what? Now what? And I'm going to tell you what comes next. I had to take a little sip of the coffee. We run on coffee over here all day, every day. So, one bullet point is the best thing to do if you're encountering premonitions is not to panic, right? Make sure that it doesn't bring you more anxiety because you know it's happening. Embrace it. Next is to keep a notepad by your bedside. It's always good to log down what you've been dreaming about. Dream journals, they sound corny as anything, but I promise you that there are so many messages within your dream journal that it's going to blow your mind if you literally write down every night something that you remember during your dream state, and you're going to see a pattern come forward, and that pattern is going to help you dictate how these messages come to be. Trust me. In your mind, drift closer to the dream. Try, right? When you wake up in the morning, try to stay in your same position and relax. And now dive back into your mind and drift closer to your dream. That half sleep state is a great, great way to fully remember what you were listening, hearing, feeling, and seeing while in the dream state, which is truly wild, right? So there's a lot more to this. We're going to keep going here. So don't do not think of the day's activities. Stay close to that dream. Then start writing. Document every detail, even the tiniest ones, such as color that you saw, numbers, something popped up, your feelings that you felt during this dream. Symbolism plays a huge role in premonitions. We went over a lot of symbols last time we did this. Do not take everything literally. Instead, keep an open mind. Also, date stamp each dream and premonition, because what's going to happen, right? This is going to happen because we're going to see again the pattern or your precognitive ability come to the forefront. Also, talk to your friends and family about it. Now, some people may say that's crazy. That might be a little crazy. Some people have a very, very hard time talking to their friends and family about this kind of stuff. And it ends up getting, pretty wild about it. But one thing we didn't say to everybody this time around is please like, share, and subscribe. Also, please leave a comment when the stream is finished. We need your help. This is a call to action. Please help us spread these messages. Without everybody here putting that foot forward and paying it forward in that way, we won't make the resonated ripple effect that we want, right? So please help us help humanity. It is all of our inherent duties to pass info forward. Help us. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Perfect. Now that that's over, back to what we're talking about. So what basically what's happening is you're going to start seeing these patterns emerge, right? And it's going to be really, really crazy. It's going to get You're going to see some things you're like, what the hell is that about? But I promise you that it's going to work itself out. And we're going to talk about creating a timeline. So we're gonna break down an example of a dream, right? We're going to take a very, very basic dream, and we're going to use the symbols that we talked about last time to understand how this works cohesively. I can also help with that at any time. Also, sometimes accessing the Akashic record will give us an understanding of an end of a dream that we may have forgotten. Like we go back and we try and relive that dream over, and it doesn't happen the same way. We can access the Akashic record to see what the rest of that dream was, or at least the feelings and the symbolism of it. Also, I'm what we're going to do here is we're going to do Akashic readings for everybody. The first one we're going to do is free for everybody, just so you see how the process works. And if you don't want one after that, then don't worry about it. But everyone after that, we're going to have to put a little bit of a fee on because it's going to take some time to do. So I'm offering this. There's a few people who emailed me about the Akashic readings. The first one is on the house. I want you to see what it's like. I want you to see how it feels. I want you to see what happens. The next ones, I will have to put somewhat of a price tag on it, and I hate to do that, but the investment and time going into it's going to take me away from the shows, going to take me away from building these platforms that we're working on. So I have to be able to make money to put it back into the platform with the time away. So I'm putting it out there for anybody who's interested in. Again, email me, robyox2525@gmail.com. It's not about the money. It's just we have to be able to make these revenues to boost what we're doing here, right? Because I'm about to buy ad space in places to get more people into this forum so we can share more ideas with each other. So we're going to go over a dream at the end of this, right? And there's a lot of things in your dreams that stand out, right? They stand out in a way, and you're like, what does that even mean, right? They're almost peculiar. And if something is peculiar like that, there's a message to be had there, right? So it's really, really great. It's really, really great to see those things. That's why you document it, because right now you may not understand what that means, but 2 weeks from now, it may make total sense, right? So let's keep going really quickly. Next, we're going to talk about deja vu dreams. Can your dreams predict the future? Deja vu, also known as devecchia vucu, is a French word which means already seen or experienced. To dream of something that you think has happened to you before, but it hasn't, is deja vu, right? Thus, in the dream state, you may think something is familiar, maybe a person or a place, but in real life, it's never been experienced. There has been other reports as well that things have been seen in dreams that later became real, which we just talked about, precognitive, such as visiting countries, meeting people, or even wearing certain garments, right? So these dreams are not ordinary. Now, sometimes we may actually have dreams in the past, but not actually remember them. Therefore, the dreams seem familiar. And when it comes to deja vu, this means that you don't actually remember the situation carrying deja vu unless it occurs to you in your real life. And there is a synchronicity between the dream world and the real world. Very, very big. Very, very big. We could do a whole show and exploring that, right? So basically, when you have deja vu in your dreams, or if you dream of deja vu, the dream means that something unique will happen to you. So something probably exciting. A dream about deja vu include a feeling of reconciliation that could happen between you and something else or someone else. Either it could be your family or friends, but you may feel that it has happened before, which is totally on the money. So that is a deja vu dream. Awesome. Awesome. And yeah, I want everybody to experience an Akashic reading. Now, remember, you have to give me your permission. This is why we're doing it this way as well, via email, and we may even do it live on a back and forth in the studio like this. It won't be televised. It'll be just us, because I feel that when I see somebody, I can make a more of an energetic connection, and maybe some of their loved ones will come through and they'll have a message for you as well. So a lot of people, just like Dr. Jones said, have been telling me that I'm intuitive. So I'm opening up the avenues of creativity to use my intuitiveness to help the community as best I can, right? Because I mean, I can read tarot cards. I could probably talk to the spirits if I really wanted to. And anytime I'm on TV, I'm on a show with a psychic, I feel like we share energy. And when they're here, it gives me a boost in my own intuition, which, if that makes any sense, it really, to me, it doesn't. But regardless, so let's break down a dream, right? So I'm gonna just think of something random, right? Actually, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do a little interactive participation here. So in this dream that we're gonna explore, where are we? Everybody in the chat, tell me where we are, and I'll pick the craziest one. What is the place, and where are we, and what are we doing? Let's see some suggestions in the chat. Don't be bashful. Everybody put a suggestion in. It's just us trying to get a timeline so we can break down the dream properly. I'm going to grab a piece of paper so we can write it down. Thank you, Crystal. You're amazing. And everybody here is amazing. Everybody here is amazing. Absolutely. I love you all. And this is like, if I'm not here doing this, I don't know where I would be, right? This is my avenue for expressing myself, right? So let's see, we've got on the beach, exploring the sea floor, or a portal, right? Somebody said in Italy, by the beach, a Zanzibar market, right? Huh. On a mountaintop, Mars. So, what are we doing in this place? Somebody said exploring the ocean. Let's say whatever your pick was, what are we doing in that place? Italy by the sea, swimming with dolphins. I like that. I like that. Italy by the sea, swimming with dolphins. Okay. So we're actually going to take a few of them. I want to do the I saw one up here. What was it? The Zanzibar market. I want to do a portal as well. Let's do a portal too. So there's two different dreams. We're going to decipher them right now on camera. So there's a portal. All right. Now, if we are in Italy by the sea, what are we doing? What exactly are we doing? Right? Give us something. Let's see an action. Give me an action. Are we swimming? Are we sunbathing? Are we trying to swim with the dolphins? What are we doing? The portal is YouTube. Wow, very, very, very true. This is a portal in which we connect, right? So, anybody? What do we got? Let's see. What are we doing? Let's just say we're swimming with the dolphins, right? So we're swimming. Oh, we said that already. Duh, we said that already. So take close your eyes for a minute. Think about the water. We're eating in gnocchi. I love that. I love that. Some people pronounce it gnocchi, but it's really in gnocchi. I'm Italian. It's in gnocchi. Just like they say ricotta cheese. It's really ricotta cheese. But, you know, yeah, ricotta. My wife said ricotta. She would say ricotta too for a while until I told her ricotta cheese. Or mozzarella. Let's see some of that mozzarella. It's mozzarella, right? So we're swimming and feeding the dolphins. So if we're in the portal, what are we doing, right? Are we trying to, somebody says parallel selves and also meet in dreams, eating cheese and and a wine tasting on the beach, right? Let's see. So if we're going into the portal, let's say we're trying to walk through the portal, right? Or are we just looking through the portal? What are we doing? Give me either we're walking through it or we're just looking through it. Oh, you're going for ravioli? That's awesome. You got the name too, Nunzi, huh? Nunzio, what's up, bud? So what are we doing? We're speaking to the dolphins in dolphin language, right? We're talking to them as well. I'm going to say we're looking through the portal, all right? So as we're looking through the portal, what color is the water? Is it a bright, bright blue? Is it green? Ah, I like that, Grace. Grace, that's something really fun. That's awesome. Playing in a shadow band, and I'm the singer, and I'm on the keyboard. Yeah, you are. Listen, we're all here together. That's what it is. So let's say we're looking at the water, and it's a vibrant blue, right? So we have swimming, feeding, talking, blue in Italy on the beach. In the portal is violet because I see it as like Portal to Ascension. Even though Portal to Ascension, I have this vision of purple portals. So it's a violet color, and there is a frequency emanating from the portal, right? We're trying to decipher the frequency. Now you're probably sitting here like, what the hell is this guy doing, right? But trust me, we're getting there. So in Italy, if we're on the beach and swimming, we probably only have a bathing suit on. So we're half naked, right? So we're going to stop right there at half naked for the Italy one. Now, here's what we do. Now we go back and we look at the messaging, right? So let's go up. First, we're going to find what, let's see, ancient symbols, natural symbols. Here we go. Dolphins. Dolphins represent the Akashic truth, also as the truth of all your incarnations and knowledge of your soul. So we have dolphins there, and they're giving us the knowledge, right? So then we're swimming, or there's water, right? Let's go back up to the water. Water is often representative of your emotions and the state of your life energy. So the water and swimming is emotions, right? So we're going to see what, and let's say it's like pretty calm seas, clear seas, right? So you're emotionally clear. The water is a amazing blue, right? Let's keep going up. And blue is expression and talking. Let's see if we're talking to somebody. Male characters, female characters, whatever. Doesn't make a difference. Let's keep going. So I'm just looking here. Clothes, crosses, exams, death of a friend, falling, food, demons, hair, houses, marriage, missing a flight, money, mountains. So the nudity part, right? This is a common symbol of revealing one's true self. So we're half revealing our true self. And let's see what eating is, or food. Let's look for food. That's what we're looking for. Food. Let's see, a boat, shadowy figures, water, dirt, monsters, money, aliens, UFOs. I'm missing it somewhere. Food has a specific representation, but let's see. Hands, food. It's also said to symbolize knowledge and um basically it's the symbolization of nourishing the body, and info nourishes the body. So we have knowledge, we're emotionally clear. So in this dream, the way that we can interpret this one is essentially we are we know who we are. We know our true self, right? Now, we're trying to clear out as much of the other stuff as we can because we're only kind of half knowing who we are, right? So, looking for specific knowledge of the ancestors because of the dolphins. We know dolphins are specifically linked to our ancestral lineage off planet. So we're looking for the knowledge in the esoteric extraterrestrial side of who we are and a true self of what we stand for. And this information will be a liberation, right? And that's part of the feeding, and we're nourishing ourselves. So that would be a way to interpret that specific dream, right? Now, this could also be some sort of, akashic truth as well, which means that it's kind of giving us something more to, something more to go on. But there's more to be found out as well, which is part of that. So let's talk about the portal. So we're deciphering where it's a violet portal. There's a frequency coming from it. Also, in this, the sky is dark, right? While the sky is dark, we see six stars in the sky. So watch this one now. Ready? I know this sounds like I'm going crazy, but promise you, I'm not. I'm not. So let's look at. We'll make our way down. The portal itself is an expression of a new beginning, right? Or something basically to access or go through, and either to filter something out of yourself or to start anew. That I can tell you right off the top of my head. Actually, we can always look up the dictionary too. We can see what portal means. Hang on. Let's do that. Dream dictionary. That's going to be fun. Let's check that out, right? Now, right now we're a little bit more on the free flowing side of what we're talking about here. So let's go to P and see what happens when we go to portal. No, let's close that. Thank you. Pacifier. No, we need PO. Wow, there's so many different meanings to stuff. You could be here forever, forever. But this is how you do it, right? You essentially write it all down, and then you can go back and link it all together and see what the message is supposed to be. So even like past life, to dream that you've had a past life indicates greater awareness of your subconscious. You're seeking to better understand of yourself, right? And your origins. The past life may reflect an actual past life, or it may be the life that your parents or grandparents or ancestors were living. Alternatively, the dream refers to the previous lessons that you can learn from. You're open to rectifying current issues in order to move forward. How cool is that? Dreaming about a past life, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, here we go. We got to go to page 4 because that's where it's saying portal is. But I want to make sure we do the right thing by portal and put the right thing out there. So let's see what a portal stands for. If we can find it, here we go. Da, 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 da. Takes forever to go down these to look at these things. All right, here we go. Now we're in it. A portables, portal. It says see door. So whoa. So to dream that you are entering through a door signifies new opportunities that are represented before you. You're entering into a new stage in your life and moving from one level of consciousness to another. In particular, a door that opens to the outside signifies your need to be more accessible to others, whereas a door that opens into the inside denotes your desire for inner exploration and self discovery. To see an open door in your dream symbolizes receptiveness and willingness to accept ideas, concepts, and things like that. So there's so many different things that we could see here, right? Revolving doors, castle doors, dreaming of red doors, doorbell, door knocker, regardless. Like I said, it's sort of the new beginning, shall we say, right? So let us keep going here. So we have the new beginning in the door. And now that we have the dictionary open, we're going to look up frequency as well, because frequency is going to be a big one as at the same time. Let's see, FR, page 3. Okay. Man, this is fascinating to see all this stuff. It's just so much. Freeway, French fries, French toast, Friday, friend. Holy crap. I guess I don't have frequency. But I would say that frequency would basically be energy, right? Energy is something that we could agree on with this. So we're energy, right? And we're deciphering, which means that we're basically yearning or trying to figure out for the knowledge. So we have the darkness as the sky. Let's find darkness. And darkness. In your dreams takes place in darkness or in a dark environment, such as a basement. It might have a sign that there is a fear of the unknown. So fear of the unknown. And then we have six stars in the sky, which represents, it indicates love, compassion, and forgiveness, right? So let's look at this for a second and see if we can decipher what this is. So we're looking for a new beginning, to change our energy or to figure out a new transformation of energy. Now, the place where we're heading into is the unknown, and we are a bit apprehensive of that. But if we reside within love, compassion, and forgiveness, this new energy will manifest into something amazing, right? So, this is a dream that you would have. I was shapeshifting. What happened? Who shapeshifted? I shapeshifted? Wait a minute. What happened? Did I miss it? Jefferson Starship? What happened? Is everybody all right? What's happening here? We good? Oh, shit. What did I do? Oh, I see it disappearing a little bit. So, this is how we interpret these dreams, right? I'm going to leave this here for everybody to go through again. I know this episode was a little bit more of the list. It felt like it was a little more thrown together, but it's not. It's, you know, this is an important skill to understand a lot of these dreams and to actually be a part of that subconscious portion of yourself and to understand it more, right? So, with all that being said, again, we're giving out free Akashic readings for the first one for anybody who's interested in it. Now, it's going to take us time to get through them all. So, the first one is free, the second one will be paid. There is probably a lot to be learned in the first one, but even more to be learned in the second one. Just to be honest with you, once we access it a few times, you'll get the best results. So, with that being said, hit me up, ROBYOX2525 at gmail.com. We'll get it together for you. We'll figure out how we're going to do it and set up times and places and things like that. Also, keep your eyes peeled for the new event that is going to be coming out within a few weeks' time. Also, we're going to have a free event coming out that is yet to be named. The paid event is going to come out first, and the free event is going to give you like a week or two notice because it's only going to be purchasing free tickets, which means you just go on an email list of mine. So we can always send you offers and things like that. Once we start getting a lot of the merchandise and some of the stuff we're going to be putting out there to help fund this operation and what we're really trying to do here. So keep us in mind. Please like, share, subscribe. Without you, there is no me. And together, we are an unstoppable force that's transcending the ripples in time and space to dictate the terms of our future. So I appreciate you. I love you. I will see you all tomorrow night. We're going to do this again tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's going to be a very touchy topic. I wouldn't miss it if I were you. We're going to be talking about the progressive occultism in politics, religion, and the world today at large. It's a current event topic that I've really been diving into Come join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tell everybody. Also, I love you all and love one another. My name is Rob Yox. This has been Full Spectrum Universe. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. If not us, then who? The information is the activation. So listen, respect, and give out. This is how we do it, right? Even if you don't agree with somebody, you listen to it. Sometimes it helps to give you a different perspective, and then you pass the information along. I love you all. We'll see you all tomorrow night. Have a great evening.